care about the little guys.
We boycott.
Billions of bees get murdered, and you don't care.
The bees
big pig.
1 second.
A big pig makes you cry.
They
A little
get
bee.
killed in gas chambers.
You don't care.
No.
Actually, because you seem quite agitated to me. Like you want a bit of.
Just about nonsense about bees being murdered when they die from mites.
They are murdered. They're murdered.
It's clown behaviour. Listen, are you against animal cruelty, Piers?
Yes.
Then why do you support animal cruelty when you support the meat?
To work.
This is a gas chamber, Piers. This is how pigs are killed and slaughtered in the UK. This is my investigation.
If I ask you a question.
Why don't you play me? Why don't you?
Camera in this gas chamber in the UK at Pilgrim's Pride, and they scream for their lives. And every single animal welfare
Here's my
charity are
problem.
against
Here's
it.
my problem.
And you eat bacon and you promote it.
I love bacon.
You promote it.
I love bacon.
You say you're against
I
animal
love
cruelty.
sausages. I love it all. I love eating meat.
You love animal cruelty.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
ガス室で殺される豚さんたちの悲鳴を聞け。こんにちは皆さん。エリタです。今回の動画なんですけど、元ギャングのビーガン系 YouTuber ジョイとお肉大好き司会者 Pierce and ビーガンに被害を受けているレストラン店主の討論の様子ですね。お互いの論点が合わず、感情的に討論している様子は必見です。頑張って翻訳しましたので、一緒に見ていきましょう。ではどうぞ。
Okay, let's come to Joey. So Joey, Bear Grylls, who I know well, said he's embarrassed he used to promote veganism. He now eats a diet of red meat, blood, bone marrow, as well as salted butter, eggs, fruit and honey. He says he's never felt better. Talking about his transition to a vegan diet, he said, I was vegan quite a few years ago. In fact, I wrote a vegan cookbook. I now feel a bit embarrassed about that because I promoted it. I thought that was good for the environment, thought it was good for my health. And through time and experience and knowledge and study, I realized I was wrong on both.
He's embarrassed that he promoted a plant-based diet when he drinks urine and bile out of camel's stomach.
Urine's quite healthy, though.
It's healthy. Would you drink urine? Would you rather drink urine?
Absolutely, if I had to, yeah, if I was in the jungle.
Yeah, but he's embarrassed that he promoted a vegan diet and he's not embarrassed of his behaviour on TV, and he thinks that eating the bodies of animals.
Why are vegans so angry?
Well, he made a statement saying the vegans are angry, but he carried on and banned all vegans from his restaurant because of one simple complaint.
He's allowed to.
Yeah, he's allowed to ban a whole group of people from.
Well, he's a chef who's just sick of tailoring to vegan people who want to have all this stuff and get angry about meat.
Well, listen. Wait a second. He got a two-star review when he was on Great British Menu, right? He'd ripped off his mic, smashed up the studio, and said that he wanted to kill the guy for giving him a two-star review of a fish dish that he made. He didn't ban all fish eaters from his restaurant.
Hang on, you
didn't ban all fish eaters.
Joey. Listen, we're going to get personal. You were a gang member, so don't take the high moral ground about smashing something up.
Mate, I'm completely honest about
True?
it. There's been documentaries made about
so don't take the high moral ground about him losing his temper. You were literally in a gang.
I was 10 years ago. 10 years sober now. You're going to use that.
I'm just saying, if you're going to get personal with him.
But anyways, I don't walk around with dead baby pigs facing them like that. Like, does that look like someone who really gives a damn about animals?
Picture.
Like, you know, and that's his profile picture, looking at a dead pig.
Joey,
in Australia, one second, I just want to say
Joey,
this. In Australia, pigs are killed in gas chambers, okay? They cause pigs, they're horrible. Have you seen footage from inside a gas chamber?
Joey, here's the thing.
I recently exposed one in the UK.
Yeah.
They
Carbon
scream to
dioxide.
death and beg for mercy.
Okay.
In Perth, there's a gas chamber called Lindley Valley Pork, right? And this guy serves pork at his restaurant.
All right.
And why would you be more
Joey?
upset of a little complaint as a chef than pigs being murdered in gas chambers?
Let me ask you the question that I asked a vegan activist the other day, which is that given that 80% or 90% of the world's almonds come from California, where they are made involving the demolition of billions of bees who get murdered, how do you feel about the little guys?
They don't get murdered. That's completely false, and I don't know why.
How many billions of bees die in the pollination?
I've got the 2022 data right here. They die mostly from parasites and pests. 66% die of varroa mites or other pests and parasites. Some die from disease.
In the making
of
almonds and avocados.
They don't.
Oh, they do. They do.
The data is here. It's this here.
Do you know where I read this?
This here is data from US Department of Agriculture.
Do you know where I read this? I read it in The Guardian, the vegan Bible. Even The Guardian admitted that you vegans who eat avocados and almonds...
6.7%. This is not...
You don't care about the little guys.
We boycott...
Billions of bees get murdered and you don't care.
Where do those bees come from?
Huh?
Where do those bees come
from? In America, they come from all over the country.
The commercial honey industry.
That's true.
And
a lot of them do.
Boycott? What do vegans boycott?
Go on.
The commercial honey industry.
Why don't you boycott almonds and avocados?
Because... I don't see a reason to. Most of the bees are dying from mites.
You don't see...
Do you see pollination?
You don't see a reason to. Okay. All right.
Listen.
So you don't care about the little guys?
Only 6% die from pesticides, so it's not really a rights violation. Not murdering the bees.
Joey,
it is
here's
dying.
my point.
The bees
big pig.
1 second.
A big pig makes you cry. a little bee,
killed in gas chambers.
You don't care.
No, listen.
You don't care about.
There's no reason to be upset about pollination.
Sometimes 50
they die from
billion,
mites. Why aren't you angry at the mites?
Hang on, Joey.
Barrel of mites.
Stop shouting over each other. Sometimes 50 billion bees die in 6
from
weeks.
Mites.
To give you vegans.
I've literally just
your
told you they
almonds
die
and
from
avocados.
mites. Check out the.
That's not true.
These are agricultural stats
That is
from
not
America.
true. Read the
lying.
Read the Guardian.
I read it in an article, an anecdote, so it must be true. Listen.
Joey, how long have you been a vegan?
10 years.
Right, do you actually? Because you seem quite agitated to me. Like you want a bit of.
It's just about nonsense about bees being murdered when they die from mites.
They are murdered. They're murdered.
It's clown behaviour.
But do you think, in a way, you represent what I feel about vegans? That you're all quite hangry.
Are you against animal cruelty, Piers?
Yes.
Then why do you support animal cruelty when you support the meat industry?
I've defended the bees for years.
No, well, they're not murdered. They die from mites.
Billions of bees are murdered so that you vegans can eat almonds and avocados.
Do you boycott honey where they're hired from?
John, let me bring in John here. John, look, here's my point about the vegans. There's a lot of hypocrisy, as there is with all these debates, right? Which is that if you want to eat almonds and avocados as a vegan, you feel virtuous, you think you're saving the planet as well. Actually, neither of those things are true. Billions of bees get killed to make almonds and avocados. People can go read the proper reports about this. Yeah. And also, they fly them then around the world, or they truck them around the world, and of course that is terrible for the planet.
They truck animal products around the world.
Do you believe, John, that there's a kind of basic hypocrisy here with the vegans?
Look, I think, Piers, what I've noticed is that there's a strange correlation that they have between eating meat and death and murder, which they like to keep promoting that murderous side. I think if they look at the definition of murder, this is human versus human, and that is it. Look, I'm 100% against animal cruelty, and for him to bring up the Great British Menu, well, it just shows his mentality. Good lad, congratulations, well done. It's not what we're about. I think each should be to their own, and you should just enjoy your life. If they're going to argue, Piers,
I feel that they should enjoy your life.
But Joey, why can't you?
Why you're killing animals? Look at this,
Joey. It's
posing
a pig.
with a murdered piglet.
It's a pig. Yeah.
Posing with a murdered piglet, and it
Joey.
wasn't just you can't handle a simple complaint from a. And this woman, she's a very nice young woman. I spoke to this young woman. She's very nice, very kind, very polite, and you can't handle a simple.
Joey, let me ask you a question.
Celebrity chef.
Joey,
and it's clear.
Joey,
even meat eaters complain about his restaurant. He doesn't ban all meat.
Joey, if you want to be a vegan, I don't care, right? It's entirely down to you.
If you want, they're not being slaughtered.
Billions of bees. Everyone go and Google.
Billions of bees are getting killed by mites.
Here's what I say to everyone watching this, either on the show tonight or on YouTube later. Go and Google bees.
U.S. Department of Agriculture stats.
Almonds,
right here.
Avocados, and you'll see the truth. The truth. Even the Guardian, where they all are compelled to eat lentils every day when they wear their sandals to work.
This is a gas chamber, Piers. This is how pigs are killed and slaughtered in the UK. This is my investigation.
If I ask you a question.
Why don't you play me the sound of billions of bees being murdered? Well, I know that animals get killed so that I can eat pigs.
They're screaming to death.
Right.
Look at them. Face them.
What do you think bees do?
Face them. They're screaming.
What do you think bees do when you murder them?
They get killed by mites. This is gas chamber. Look at it.
No.
You don't even want to look at it.
They get slaughtered.
You're a coward.
I'm not cowardly.
Look at it.
I know that animals get slaughtered so that I can eat animal meat.
I've stuck this camera in this gas chamber in the UK at Pilgrim's Pride, and they scream for their lives. And every single animal welfare
here's my
charity
problem.
are against
Here's
it.
my problem.
And you eat bacon and you promote it.
I love bacon.
You promote it.
I love bacon.
You say you're against
I
animal
love
cruelty.
sausages. I love it all. I love eating meat.
You love animal cruelty.
Yeah, I'm prepared to admit I love eating meat. You're not prepared to denounce avocado and almond
because you're making up stats. They don't get
because
slaughtered.
they actually lead to the
pollination
extermination of
they want to
millions
keep
of
these
bees.
bees alive.
いやー皆さん動画どうでしたか？死因はダニだからビーガンはアーモンドとアボカドを食べても蜂を殺してることにはならないと言ってましたけど、結局制作過程で犠牲になっているのならどんな理由で死んでいるっても変わらないのでは？彼らビーガンは僕たちお肉大好き人間が動物が犠牲になっていることを知らないと思ってるんですかね。だからこそいただきますごちそうさまでしたって感謝して食べてるんですけどね。個人的にピアースの悪い癖で相手の話を聞かずに食い気味で次の話に行ってしまうことがあるんですけど、今回も出ちゃってましたね。相手のソースに信憑性があるのか分かりませんが、そこはちゃんと否定できる何かをピアースにも準備してほしかったところです。まあ相手も感情的になっていてギャングの顔が見え隠れしてたのが怖かったですね。話に出てたジョンのレストランに押しかけて肉を出すなと 訴えに来るヴィーガンって名誉極まりないですよね。こんな思想が日本に入ってくるのはいつなんでしょうか。では現地の声いくつか紹介していきますね。I've defended bees for years is actually sarcasm.Like vegans only defend big guys but ignore the little ones. Why would a vegan go to a non-vegan restaurant except to cause trouble? I'm a chef and when customers ask for vegan dishes, I send them across the field. There is plenty of grass. I love a debate where they could actually get to finish a sentence. 今回の頼むぜポイントは78点ですね。いや頼むぜイギリス。皆さんのコメントもよかったら教えてくださいね。このチャンネル頼むぜアメリカではこういったマジかよっていう欧米ニュースを楽しく取り扱ってます。チャンネル登録していただけるととっても喜びますんでよろしくお願いします。では良い一日を。